Identify the pain, solve the pain, present yourself as the solution to the problem. Or again, back to the real estate agent. Present the home, the investment property as the solution to their problem. You will never feel weird about sales. Hey, no matter what type of business you're in, or even in just life, sales and negotiations is everything. Someone's always being sold in every single interaction. Literally, you and your spouse tonight, what do you want for dinner? Someone's going to sell the other person on going to the Chili's versus the Applebee's, right? Sales and negotiations is absolutely everything. In this episode, we're going to give you 5 crucial tips that I've learned from working. I've only worked 100% sales jobs. From the age of 18 to age of 33, I've only been in sales. Teach you 5 crucial things to help you win and control every sales and negotiation you enter to. Best way I can start this one off, guys, is with a story. Okay, sales is all about confidence. I'm going to illustrate this with the story that you might not expect from someone like me. I like to present myself as kind of like a clean cut, just, reserved, kind of like professional, right? Professional person. I remember when I was working out at Lifetime Fitness early on, an early mentor, Chris Seiler, who's the general manager there, I was wearing like a cutoff and earrings. I was 23. He's like, who are your customers and clients? I'm like, professionals. He's like, do professionals wear earrings and cutoffs to the gym? I'm like, oh, you're absolutely right. So here's the story though, all about confidence, why confidence is everything. Growing up, I was somewhat of a troubled child. I was getting into some trouble. Really, now that as an adult, I realized I was just kind of acting out the adversity I was going through, losing my mother to drug addiction, dealing with like financial insecurity, all that. I would work part-times on the weekends, if you're from Michigan, at the Gratiot Central Market. My dad's cousins own a chicken stand down there. So like raw chicken, cooked chicken, really good. It's called Cheech's Chicken. I'm so grateful to my dad's cousin Paul, for giving me an opportunity to come down there, work, make a bit of money, just have some money to support myself. Being down there, I'm social, hanging out with people. I met a guy named Efo. Love him to death. Great dude. Being the troublesome person that I was, right? I'm like, hey man, let's go. I'm like 17, right? So I shouldn't be drinking, but I'm like, oh, let's go out. Let's get a couple beers, whatever. He's like, you want to go out or you want to go out? I'm like, oh, I want to go out, right? So tell my buddy G, just call him G. I'm like, G, we're going to go out with Efo. And I don't know, he said we're going to go out. So here G and I are in our little Hollister t-shirts and, like our seashell necklaces and all that. And I'm pretty intoxicated. I've been drinking, being an idiot, right? I don't condone underage drinking, but this is my story. And we get in his car and we're driving for a while and I'm just kind of like buzzed. And he takes us to this like underground bar. And he turns around and he looks at us because G had a fake ID and I had a fake ID. You guess what my fake ID name was? Super Italian and super stupid.
Bravo.
Carmelo Marcello. Carmelo Jason Marcello from San Diego, California. My buddy could make them. So again, I was in with all these troublesome people. So Carmelo Marcello, but here's the lesson, guys. He's like, T, when you go in there, the bouncer can smell fear. You hand him your ID. You keep your hand out like you expect the ID back. They'll never question. He's like, if you act confident, they'll never question it. So I went to the bar, big bouncer. Well, I'm like, this guy will freaking kill me. Took a deep breath, handed him my ID. Carmelo Marcello from San Diego, California, in the heart of Detroit, Michigan. Kept my hand out. Looks, confidence, gave me back my ID, and we went to the most ratchet bar ever. The point of the story is confidence. So when you are in any negotiation, any sales situation, the key to making anyone feel any type of emotion is going there first, right? So if you're insecure, if you're scared, if you're nervous, and you and I are in a sales interaction, and I'm your prospect, I'm the potential customer, I will pick up on that. I don't want to do business with someone like fidgety and nervous. So the key to making anyone feel any type of emotion is go there first. So first tip I have for you, before you ever do your sales call, you need to have some sort of primacy routine. So when I would do in-person sales as a registered dietitian personal trainer in the big box gym, I would do 20 push-ups. Change your physiology to change your psychology. Here in my home office, I might jump up and down. Tony Robbins, before he goes on stage, jumps on a trampoline 20 times, right? Change your physiology to change your psychology. You have to put yourself in that state of confidence, and you can't just be like, I'll be more confident. No, you got to move. You got to do something. You got to change your frequency to go on there and deliver that. Second tip is dealing with being afraid to sell. I'll hear people and they'll be like, I don't know, man. I'm just kind of afraid to sell. I'm afraid to put myself out there. If you can change someone's life and you're afraid to sell yourself, you're a selfish person. If you're a registered dietitian, because a lot of people follow me, that's my background, personal trainer, medical doctor, registered, like Nick, if you had the cure to cancer, if you were a mad scientist and you developed the cure of cancer, and I'm a big pharma company, I'm like, please sell that to me. Would you be like, oh, I don't know, I feel weird about sales?
No, not at all.
You would sell the cure to cancer because you know you could change lives. Like if you're listening to this, you're a coach, you're a consultant, or dude, even if you're a real estate professional, you are selling someone Christmas. You are selling someone a Thanksgiving. Right? You are selling them a place to raise their children. You're not selling a home. You're selling the ability to change their life. You're selling a solution to their problem. So if you're afraid to sell, you're a selfish mother. I'm sorry. I say that in a loving way. Don't be selfish. Be someone who's focused on servitude. Selfish is like me. Focus on servitude, which leads me to my next point. Be a problem solver, a problem finder, not a product pusher. Identify the pain. Solve the pain. Present yourself as the solution to the problem. Or again, back to the real estate agent. Present the home, the investment property as the solution to their problem. You will never feel weird about sales. If my roof is about to collapse in my home here and the roofer comes over and he's like, hey, we can fix this roof. It's going to be $30,000. You're not like, you horrible person. Oh, how could you charge me this much? I have a problem. They came, they identified the problem. They're positioning themselves to solve the problem. They're providing the solution. You're doing the same exact thing. It doesn't matter what you're selling. If you're selling car tires, you're selling real estate, you're selling coaching consulting, but especially coaching consulting. You are a solution to their pain. If they're overweight and you're a dietitian, you're a nutrition coach, you're a problem finder, problem solver. If they're dealing with IBS or, whatever, GERD or any medical condition, you're a problem solver. You are never afraid to sell, guys, when you believe in yourself and believe in what you're selling. And if you're selling coaching services, you're selling yourself. And golly, man, if you don't believe in yourself, what the heck are you doing? Like, if you don't believe in you, who else will? Back to what we said, you have to operate out of confidence. So that's the biggest part of it. The next thing I want to teach you is a framework with this. High intention, low attachment. A need for anything gets in the way of everything. And we are attracted to anything that retreats from us. Neediness will kill your sales, conversation, call, whatsoever. We met with somebody, we were talking to them about potentially coming over and working with us. And I felt the neediness, bro. Like, it was just like, well, what do you guarantee? And what about this? And what can I have this? And I'm like, fuck, I need a shower. It's just so needy. Like, we don't like needy people. We don't like people who need to expect so much from us. We are attracted to anything that retreats from us. Number one thing I learned from being like a registered dietitian, if like Nick's my client here and I'm like, Nick, what's your favorite food? Nick's like, I love cheeseburgers. I'm like, never eat a cheeseburger again, Nick. Nick's going to go get the cheeseburger. We're attracted to anything that retreats from us. It's also a really good dating tip. You guys have to not approach from neediness. And I get it. You might be like, but Tony, I don't have a lot of money. Tony, I'm trying to get this business going. Tony, I need to make the sale. They can't pick up on that. So we use the framework, high intention, low attachment. Come with the high intention. I want to serve. I'm going to deliver for them. I am the best solution to them. Below attachment. If it's not them, it's going to be someone else. I literally always tell people, hey, if it's not you, I'm going to sign up someone else for this coaching program or this mastermind or this event or whatever, but it should be you. I believe it should be you. But if it's not you, I'm going to go find someone else. You approach it with high low, you'll be very, very, very successful. So high intention, low attachment. Remember too, 90% of communication is non-verbal. That means 90% of what we're communicating right now is non-verbal. It means it's not what I say. So what is it? It's tonality and body language. Focus on your tonality. One thing I did very early on to help me not only improve with content, it's like right now I can lower my voice, but then I can also bring my voice up to emphasize a point. I would record myself. This is a huge tip. So write this down. Go get a book, any book that you have or that you're reading, one page of the book. Record yourself out loud reading that page 10 times a day. Speak 30% louder than you normally would. Because most people's problem, when they're in a sales conversation, they get super nervous and they talk low and they talk down. Record yourself. Your vocal cords, your voice, your tonality is trainable. It's a muscle. Body language, especially if you're in person sales, posture, steeple your hands, put your hands together. Don't be a fidgeter. Don't ever put your hands in your pockets. We call it priding, not hiding. Stand proud, strong, erect. Nick's doing it right now. See, look at that. It's working. Proud, strong, erect, shoulder blades back, confidence, right? If you're showing them a proper property, or you're showing them whatever. Put your foot out like you're pointing, like you're going somewhere, right? These things matter. So vocal tonality, body language. Absolve yourself of feeling like I have to say the right words. 90% of communication is nonverbal. Focus on your body language, focus on your tonality. These are trainable things. Record yourself on camera. Look at how you're acting, how you're moving, how you're using your hands. All right, guys, as we're wrapping up here. So first off, hey, is this valuable? Let me know. Leave me a comment below if this is something that's helping you. Drop a comment on the video, the podcast, or shoot me a DM. Last point here, objections. Everybody hates objections, but something I had to learn early on is objections are not no. So if you're selling something and the prospect objects, it's not no. No is no. And guys, I've been selling since I was 18. I couldn't give away personal training for free back then. I tried. I was like, free boot camp, no one came. So now I'm 33 years old. So whatever that is, 15 years. No is no. And very rarely have I ever heard someone just be like, no, not interested, thank you. But they'll object. So objections are not no, they are I need more information. Meet objections with questions. So whatever they say, they're like, well, I don't know. Or Nick, let's just role play. Throw me an objection.
All right.
Throw me an objection.
Yeah, I don't know, Tony. I'm interested in your online course or your one-on-one coaching, but that's a lot of money, man. Like I just don't know if I can afford that.
So always meet the objection with agreement. Always be in agreement. Because if I'm like, well, what can you afford? You're totally blowing past it. So always meet it with agreement. Nick, I completely, and guys, if they ever say it's expensive, don't ignore it. Don't be like, no, own up to it. Nick, I completely agree, man. It is one of the most expensive products on the market. You are absolutely correct. So see, now I'm validating. I'm agreeing with it. We're in agreement. But Nick, help me understand. I'm going to meet the objection with a question. You told me you've been struggling in your business for the last 12 months. And this is why it's so important to listen more than you speak in a sales conversation. I'm taking notes the whole time Nick's talking. Nick, you told me you feel like you're losing money in these sales calls that you're doing for your own potential clients. So help me understand, Nick, is this an opportunity to where you really just can't afford to do this? Is it fear that we're unsure if this is going to work with you? Because you flat out told me, man, Tony, I'm losing money. I can no longer keep doing this. So see, when I meet that objection with understanding, agreement, and a question, now I keep the conversation open. Now we're still in the game. We're still in the sales conversation. I politely and professionally call Nick out. Well, hey, man, it's a lot of money. But Nick, you told me you're losing money, bro. You told me you've been struggling. So again, it's kind of like, do we want to keep our money and keep our problems, or do we want to invest? And this is just where you can help them undercover it. 99% of the time, it's usually fear. It's fear just holding them back. So meet objections with questions so you can help unpack that fear, okay? Call to action. If this was valuable, if this was helpful, let us know. Leave a comment below. If you have any questions, let us know. Leave a comment below. Drop a comment on the video or the podcast, or send me a DM, right? If you're going to use this in your coaching, sales, whatever, record yourself 10 times a day, guys. I'm telling you. Get your iPhone, get a tripod, record yourself, read that one page of the book, do it out loud 10 times a day for 10 days. Tell me if you're not just a better communicator. Obviously, listen to yourself back. That's the whole point, right? So you can correct it if you stumble, if you mutter, mumble, whatever. Listen to yourself back. I guarantee it, after 10 days, you'll be selling better, communicating better. Your spouse will be like, oh my God, you're just so much more confident. Do it. Send me a message after you do it, or comment below if you're gonna do it, so we know you're gonna do it. Take action, what we're talking about here today. So I have a couple quick things I want to remind you. Number one, if you enjoy the content, wherever you are, if you're on Spotify, Apple iTunes, if you're on YouTube watching this, be sure to hit the thumbs up, leave a review, drop a comment so we know, did you like it? Did you not like it? We're trying to make all this better for you, so we want to hear from you. If you're interested in learning more about what we're doing, I have 3 things for you. Number one, you can grab my book, The New Rules to Financial Freedom. It sells for $19 on Amazon. It's literally how I went from working in a job to owning now 131 units of real estate by building my business first and then investing. You can get it for absolutely free in the link below. If you're more interested in the real estate investing side of it, I have a free masterclass that we charge $3,000 for as a live event. You can get that absolutely for free in the link below. If you're interested in working with me one-on-one to help you grow and scale your business and then start to learn how to invest into real estate for the long-term financial freedom game, in this section here, there'll be a link for my coaching application. Fill that out. We can get on a call, see if you'd be a good fit. Or if you need anything at all, shoot me a direct message on Instagram, Facebook, or shoot me an email. Let me know what you need help with, and I'm here to help. Thanks, and we'll see you next time.